Hey there, Aurelie here from withhisgifts.com. Welcome and thank you for stopping by. Today I'm going to show you how I created this lovely card. And let's get started. So for this project we're going to be using the Timeless Textures stamp set for some background stamping. We'll be using the Flower Shop stamp set and the Rose Wonder stamp set. We're also going to be using the Pansy Punch, and we'll be using just one ink color for this project, and that is in the soft suede. So for my paper, I have my card base here in Crumb Cake. That is cut at 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. Piece of the Whisper White cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and then a smaller piece of the Whisper White cut at 3 by 4 1/4. We're also going to be using some of the leaves that were left over from my last video that were cut using the Rose Garden Thinlits dies, and those were cut in the Pear Pizzazz. We'll be using those in this project. So I'm starting with the larger piece of the Whisper White and the Timeless Textures stamp set. We're going to start with this stamp here, and we're going to be inking that up in the soft suede. Okay, so I am going to ink her up, and I'm going to stamp off quite a bit because I really want just a faint border all the way around. Okay, just like so. The next stamp set that we're using is in the Timeless Textures. So right above the one we just stamped is this one. That's the one we're going to use. Again, using the soft suede and inking off. I'm going to go right over the image we just stamped and go all the way around. Okay? Just like that. So then the final image that we'll be using from the Timeless Textures is this one here. And we'll be stamping that again, yes, you guessed it, in the soft suede. Again, stamp off quite a bit. I am going to come around the perimeter of the card. It's the final layer to the border that we're creating, like so. Okay, there's that. So then the next step for this one here, okay, I have a little piece on the corner here that could probably use a little bit of color, just like that. Okay, now I'm grabbing my sponge, my soft suede, and I am just going to go around the edge. Okay, so that is done. The next step is to grab our piece that is going to sit on top of it, and I am going to grab a pair of scissors, and I am going to rough up the edges a little bit to stress, like so, going all the way around. Okay, so there's that. The next step here is, you guessed it, grab my sponge and ink around the edges. Okay, there's that. So now we are going to attach this to our larger piece using my snail adhesive. Set it down. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and attach this to my card base. Okay, so again, more snail adhesive. Put that on the front of the card. Just like that. Okay, alrighty. I am going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment And for that, I am going to be using the Happy Birthday from the Rose Wonder. And I am going to first make sure that it's on here straight. Okay. And then I am going to ink it up in the soft suede. Okay. And I am not stamping off for my sentiment. I'm just going to put it right on this corner here, right about so, and press down. Just like that. So I'm going to set this aside because next we're going to work on my flowers. And I am going to be using the Flower Shop, this flower here, inking it up in the soft suede. So here's a funny thing. This card was supposed to be a little monochromatic. So my intention was to just use different variations of the brown. So starting with the crumb cake, and I was going to move up to some early espresso leaves, and that was going to be the darkest. And I remember that I had the leaves cut and left over from the last project that I worked on, so I just kind of took them out and placed them on my card so that I can kind of get a feel for where I want it to put them and how I want it to place the flowers and the leaves on the front of my card. And when I set the Pear Pizzazz leaves on the card, I was like, oh wow, that is really pretty. So yeah, that's how that came about. It was totally, you know, not planned, but sometimes the best projects are not planned. So I stamped my flowers. Next I'm going to punch them out using my Pansy Punch. Okay, and then I am also going to ink around the edges of these flowers. So now I have my flowers inked up. I am going to use some dimensionals, put some on the back of these flowers, and then I will be ready to finish up this card. So I am going to grab my leaves and some glue. Okay, I'm gonna put some glue down on my paper here. Okay, and then I am going to just rub my leaf on there like so. Get some glue on the back. Open this up. Then I'm going to place a leaf there. Okay. So before I press down, I want to make sure that I got my placement right. So I'm going to set my flowers up top and then make sure that everything is working. So I'm going to move this around a little bit. Okay. All right, so that looks good to me. So I'm going to go ahead and take off the backing on the Stampin' Dimensionals. And I'm going to place this one down. Okay. This one down. Then my final one down. Okay. Just like so. Alright, so then there's one final step. It's to put the pearls down on the side here. And there you have it. How easy was that? It was super duper easy, super duper quick, and super duper elegant. So check out the supply list down below and head on over to my website at withhisgifts.com and place your order today so you can create these beautiful cards yourself. And also, if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love the opportunity to earn your business. Visit my website at withhisgifts.com, check out what I'm all about, and hit me up with any questions that you have. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please leave me a comment down below, like this video, and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, thank you and have a great day.